Hello, everyone. Hope you guys had a great week. Welcome back to the podcast. So, today, this is a little bit off the cuff, but I've just been thinking, and I'm going to share my thoughts with you. So, we are friends with a couple who are constantly living their best life. And this isn't just people on Instagram who are posting great pictures. We're friends with them, and I actually know that they really are living to the fullest. And whenever I think of them, that's what I think. Like these people are really doing all they can, experiencing so many things, what great lives they have. So, for example, they travel a lot, they do different fun things, they're very active. They have kids in college and they go visit them and they go to football games with them. They travel with them. They go to tons of concerts. And he is an Ironman athlete. And he travels and does different events, different Ironman events all over the world, all over the United States. And I was thinking about with drinking, how so often we think that if we cut back our drinking or don't drink, life won't be fun. And how when I look at these friends and think, wow, they are doing so many fun things with their life, none of it has to do with drinking. You know, yes, they drink. She drinks, I would say, more than him because he is in training a lot. But if I started to think about what would I consider a really full, fun life, and it would be activities like those. I wouldn't list as one of the points of a fun, fulfilling life drinking. But we so often think that if we can't drink, we're not going to have fun. Life won't be fun. Life will be sad. We're going to feel like we're missing out. And how that's really not true at all. So I would encourage you guys to all think about that too. Think about if you were to make a list of what it would look like if you were living your life to the fullest, especially living your life to the fullest, traveling and doing active things. Drinking is something that's going to hold you back, right? You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to feel like crap. You are going to be more tired, just not feel as great. And drinking actually can take away some of that excitement in your life, can keep you from doing things, can keep you from really being in the moment, from remembering everything. We've all had mornings where we've woken up and haven't remembered everything from the night before. Things have been a little hazy. So if your drinking is in control or if you're not drinking at all, then you have those memories totally intact. You remember what you're doing, you know what you're doing, you're in the moment and you're experiencing it. And it's just a much fuller experience. The other thing I was thinking about, that when I think about this friend, the one who's the athlete, that he hardly drinks at all, and how another fear that people have when I work with them or just talking to people who are talking about cutting back drinking or stopping drinking is, what will people say? What will people think about them? What will they say about them? And how no one ever says anything about this guy not drinking. And part of it is that I think it's a given. We all know he's a serious athlete. And so we just take that as a reasonable answer for why he's not drinking. But what if you had that same confidence in who you are? You don't have to be an Ironman athlete, but part of his identity is someone who prioritizes his health and fitness. So he's not drinking and everyone accepts that. No one thinks, why isn't he drinking? He should be drinking more. Does he have a problem? What's wrong with him? He's not fun. No one thinks that. We all know he's fun. As I just mentioned, he's doing all of these fun things many nights of the week. He's out to dinners and shows and having a good time. No one could ever call this guy not fun for not drinking. And it's really inspiring and interesting, I think, for us all to think about this. And maybe you have someone in your life that you know like this, who doesn't drink a lot, but still is someone who's out there having fun, that you like to be around, even though they don't drink, and that you don't think anything about them when they're not drinking as much as anyone else. You don't have any negative thoughts. Maybe you don't have anyone in your life like that. Maybe everyone drinks, and that's part of your struggle, is that everyone you know really drinks a lot, and you feel like it's going to cause some tension if you are not drinking as much as your friends. But there definitely are people out there like my friend. I am not drinking at all, and now I consider myself to be out having fun and enjoying my life. I don't do as many things as this friend of mine, but I think that keeping all of this in mind, if you're struggling with, number one, thinking you won't be able to have as much fun if you're not drinking as much, and number two, worrying about what other people are going to think about you. When we're really confident in ourselves, then we don't worry as much about what other people think about us or might say. Because if they're saying something that is not what we believe, so if someone would say that guy, my friend, is boring, he would be like, you're crazy. I'm not boring at all, right? If someone is telling you, think about something that's totally not true about you. That if someone said to you, oh my gosh, I think it's really weird that you're 7 feet tall. And you're like, but I'm not 7 feet tall. It wouldn't affect you at all. It's only when somebody says something that you think is true, or that you're worried is true about yourself, that it affects you. If someone says to you, oh, do you have a problem? Or, oh, you're not fun for not drinking. If that's in your mind, that you have a problem or you're not fun if you're not drinking, then it's going to bother you. But if you know that what they're saying is totally not true, it doesn't bother you. It's like a child just saying something silly to you. And you're like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. That's not true. That can just roll off you. So the more that you become confident in being someone who is drinking less or not drinking at all, the more that you can be out enjoying yourself and not worrying what other people are saying or might say about you or might think about you. So I encourage you to, number one, make that list of what you think it means to have a fun, fulfilling life, what it would mean to you to be making the most of your life. List those things out and ask yourself how drinking plays into that. And number two, the person, your identity, the person that you want to be, the person that you want to see that other people would see you as. And how confident are you that you are that person, and that drinking less is part of this identity? Because that's going to be a really important part of controlling your drinking and drinking less long term. You being confident with that identity of someone who is in control of their drinking, doesn't drink as much as other people, can say no to a drink and still feel like they're all good, they're having fun, they are fun, they're enjoying their life, and what other people are saying isn't true if they're saying anything negative about you, and it doesn't make a difference to you. All right, so I hope this helps you guys, or just that you guys find this all interesting to think about as well. And of course, I always love to hear from you guys. So reach out to me with what's going on for you and your thoughts. And I'd love to hear about what you're thinking about a fulfilling life lived to the fullest. All right, have a great rest of the week. I'll talk to you again next week.